Okay, guys, I literally just got home from church, right? So let me tell y'all how church was actually lit today. Okay, like I love going to church in person. So the pastor was preaching about worship today, which is my favorite thing to do. But I felt so convicted sitting there listening to that sermon because it happened to be like literally I showed up to church on time by accident. Okay, somehow while I'm in the church building, I managed to be late into the actual service building. Okay, I was in the church building, doors away from the service building, but you know they sell like breakfast foods and like coffee and teas and all of those things before you go in. I didn't see the free coffee area, so I was just like, oh my gosh, let me go ahead and get me a chai latte because I love getting the chai latte from the church. I don't know what they put in there, maybe some holy chai, because it lasts me 3 days. Like, it's so sweet, so much sugar. I split that chai tea into 3. Okay, so it lasts me like 3 days. So I was like, let me get in line real quick. I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally managed to trick myself and got there early. And so I had like literally 10 minutes. So I joined the line, and the line ended up being longer than I thought it would have been. It was moving very slow. And then so I was like, okay, cool. I'm already here. We're gonna go and get it. So tell me how, before I could get my chai latte, it was 11:15. Now I'm late. Okay, so I'm late, grabbed my chai latte, ran inside and found a seat, and things like that. And I sat down, I put my chai down, and I just sat down the rest of the service and I drank my water. Tell me how the moment the pastor started preaching and I'm over here like, yes, Lord, yes, I love worship, I love to worship. And then he started talking about the people that show up 15 minutes late to the church because they don't want to do the worship part. They skip that part and this and that. Like, I'm guilty, because I do my own worship on my way in the car. So I consider that as my time of worship. So then therefore I don't need to be on time to worship at the church because I already worshiped in my car on a Sunday, But okay, so we got past that part. And then the next part, he was talking about how when people are like men who like feel like they too strong or too like masculine, like like I don't worship, I don't get into emotional moments and yada yada. And he was talking about that, and I thought that was so funny because guys do cheer and worship at basketball games. So during the service, he kind of had us like raise our hands up, and everybody was worshiping. Like literally everybody in the building had their hands up. The men, the kids, like the young teenagers, like they really loved it. They were really into it. So he had us look around and seeing everybody with their hands up in the air, so that way nobody was like uncomfortable or embarrassed or anything. So it was really amazing, right? So we finished the worship and everything, and then towards the end he was like, said goodbye and we were done. So I was gathering my purse and gathering my drinks, because at this point I had 2 of them. So I'm gathering my lattes, mind you, something he said too in the middle of the sermon. He was like, half of y'all come in here running late with your latte in hand and running into worship and everything. And mind you, that was me 5 minutes ago. Before this sermon started, I was late because I was in the latte line waiting for a latte, and then I'm running in here disturbing the whole line of people that was already sitting down. I was like, I'm never doing that again. From now on, we're gonna be on time. We're getting our lattes ahead of time, so that way we could sit there when they're about to start. I was so embarrassed. I was like, never again. That was for me. Lord, loud and clear, I heard you. You know me now. I'm much better. I react and respond on the first instance. Got it. Thank you. Never happen again. I love you. So I'm gathering my things and I'm grabbing my Bible, my drinks, and grabbing my purse and my phone and all of that. The guy that was behind me, because in the middle of the sermon, he kind of had us like raise our hands if you're single, and he was like, fellas, look around, there's options and things like that. There's like women here. And then so we did that. So towards the end, I got my things and I'm walking out. I'm about to walk out. The guy that was behind me, okay, did exactly what the pastor said not to do. Okay, remember the whole don't say hey what's up girl or hey girl you fine. Okay, that. Tell me how this man, he said hey what's up, and I was like hey, and like he literally made it known to me that he was talking to me, made eye contact with me and say hey what's up, and I'm like, did we not just hear the same sermon? Am I missing something? Let me tell you, I was so ready to snitch. After that happened, he was like, hey, what's up? And then he said hi, and then he went on about his business and said, have a good Sunday. I went so quick to find the pastor and told him. I was like, listen, like, your girl was literally getting burnt out, and I found myself not wanting to serve for a very long time because I felt like I was never being appreciated either for the work that I was doing and the service amount of time that I was serving for. And I was just like, this is a lot of, like, literally the service work that I was doing was more tasking than my actual job that I get paid to do. Okay? And it got to the point where I was just like, okay, I'm drowning here. And yet I'm still expected to perform all these tasks and to do all these duties that I just cannot say no to. And I don't know how to say no, because if I do say no, then I may feel like, like I'm not doing this for the Lord, or, I'm disappointing God type of thing. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that I was being made felt that way and I was being treated that way. So that kind of left like a sour taste in my mouth down the road. And I just kept letting it build up and never really like addressed it, because first of all, I was like a really big people pleaser, and I will take my blame in this as well too, because I was like type A people pleaser. But like people pleasing, like I didn't say no to nobody. I didn't say no as often as I needed to. And in all reality, a lot of the things that I was asking to do, I should have said no, because I would be at church from 4:30 in the morning to do first service, and then also stay as well to do second service that did not end sometimes till past like maybe like 12:30 or 1. Or like around that time. So I would not get home till sometimes around 8 p.m. Because then there would be meetings, there would be events, there would be other things going on that same Sunday. And I was expected to stay for all of that. And even on days that I was tired and I'd be like, I kind of want to go home. They're like, yeah, but we have leadership meetings, we have this, we have that. And I'm just like, yeah, I've been here since 4 a.m. Like, I don't even work here. Like this, no. Because how I should have been doing it is that if I was serving that day and I was doing the screens and all of those things, like I should not have allowed myself to go to anything else afterwards. Right after second service, I should have just went home and should have had the courage to like quit any other things that I had originally signed up for, but I didn't have that in me. But now I'm in a much better place where now my no is actually no. And if someone question me about my no, that's your issue. Take it with God, So I'm a lot stronger when it comes to saying no.